Okay, hey guys. So today, all over social media right now, it's either about this doggone Popeye's chicken sandwich, which is still strange because it's Popeye's. Like, we understand, like, they have like the infamous black auntie on there that everybody loves, everybody knows and recognizes, but it's still just Popeye's. It's still attached to a drive-through, and you're not even really sure if it's chicken or not, but you know that's none of my business. So yeah, all social media right now is either about that. Oh, hold on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of all that, this is what my video is all about today. So I think you guys should stay tuned because, like I said, Instagram right now is all about that god darn chicken sandwich from Popeyes, or the warning letting you know that Instagram is going to steal your pictures, which you should probably know once you signed up for it. You've already given them consent to pretty much do whatever they wanted with your pictures. So here nor there, stick around. I got something for the non-meat eaters, since everybody else want to go over there to Popeyes. Just go on over there to Popeyes. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Whatever you do, don't look under the bag. And naturally, what are you gonna do? Whatever. Okay, so we are about to get started, and as I was saying, everything right now is all about this damn chicken sandwich from Popeyes. I don't get it. I haven't eaten meat in like 6 months, and I honestly wasn't even like tempted to try it because I don't even really eat fast food anyway, unless it's like In-N-Out, and I don't really consider it fast food, but whatever. So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to take these two ingredients that I have never ever cooked with, one being this here. I found it on Amazon, and it's really hard for me to be able to cook with things that are vegan because they use a lot of nut products, cashews, almonds, processed where nuts are processed, tree nuts, all that kind of stuff. Those things, and Travis cannot have any nuts at all. So I was so excited to find this big bag right here. I think I paid $14. I'll double check and I'll let you guys know. For this 4-pound bag here. And I found this here at Sprouts. It is the same people that brought you the apple cider vinegar. So I have the whole little, collection here. So what this here is nutritional yeast seasoning. So it adds delicious flavors to the food. Literally, I just read it off of what's on there because I've never had it before. So I don't want to, I don't know. It's great taste, low sodium, vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free. Sounds disgusting, but we'll see. It says you can add it to your soups, dips, spreads, cereal, popcorn, juice, and smoothies. Ew. For added flavor and nutrition. It's cheese-like flavor. Not sure why you would want a cheese-like flavor in your smoothies, but yeah. So since this is the first time I've ever used any of this and I've ever made this, I'm going to be going off of a recipe that I found on Pinterest. I will tag the person. I will post the entire recipe at the bottom, and we are going to have Travis eat this live on camera because I think you guys need to know whether it was good or not, right? So here we go. Okay, so it's very much just flour. Like, there's nothing really different about it. It smells kind of nutty, like, I don't know. As usual. Okay, cheers. Something new. Okay, so we're gonna learn to do this together. So the very first thing that it says to do is 1 cup of this. So we're going to take our cup and we are are going to simply add it in. 1 cup. Okay, and we are going to do 1 tablespoon of the nutritional yeast. It's kind of like flaky. Yeah, it's kind of flaky, kind of weird. I cannot find my tablespoon, so we're gonna do 3 teaspoons. Okie doke. And then we are going to now add in our seasonings. So basically it is onion powder, salt, oregano, cayenne pepper, black pepper, smoked paprika, and garlic powder. So pretty much all the things that I use anyway. I will probably add in some of my own little signature things just because I'm extra and I like to personalize things. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna add all of our seasonings into the dish. So while all of this is getting started, I don't know what's wrong with my stove, but sometimes it takes a really, really long time for the stuff to begin to boil, probably because I watch it and I was told that a watch pot doesn't boil, so maybe that's why mine doesn't boil. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get 6 to 8 cups of either you can do chicken broth, you can do vegetable broth, whatever kind of broth that you enjoy. Get that going on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then once all of this is done, that's when we put it in there. But just to get things going quicker, I'm gonna start that right now. Okay, so I got my water boiling, and now we're just gonna go ahead and start seasoning our, I was gonna say our meat, but our flour? I mean, I don't know. We're just gonna start seasoning what is to become our chicken. Okie doke, so we're just gonna keep going and I will return. Ow. I cannot with these drawers. Okay, so now we are going to add in 2 tablespoons or more of your favorite hot sauce. And we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of broth. And then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of tahini, this stuff. 1/4 cup of that. This also has like a little nutty smell to it. I don't know what it is. Giving me smells. Okay. I'm not gonna like measure this. So we'll just put some there. This is like a tablespoon. Okay. I think we'll probably do two more. And we'll do half. Okay. So we got all of that inside. I'm a little nervous because it looks really wet. Okay, so now it says to knead with your hands, but I'm going to kind of like mix it up a little bit first. I don't want to put my hands in that, to be honest. They say that if it's a little too dry and it's not giving you, it just doesn't look like it's going to form correctly, you can always add in a little bit more either broth or hot sauce. So I think I'm just gonna use the rest of this hot sauce. And then I'm gonna add in a little bit more water. And because this takes so long, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want to just go ahead and make enough just in case it is good? Because if not, it takes 50 minutes for this to boil. So there will be no like, okay, let me hurry up and just make a couple more because it's just so bomb and we need more. So I think I'm just gonna do this first and then see what happens. So now we are kneading it. I think it was really good that I added in that extra water. I'm just gonna keep going. And with this, it's supposed to give us 4. So if this is, if I did it correctly, then we should end up with 4 of them. And you're gonna cut them into kind of like triangle chunks. This is really exhausting. Okay. So we're just gonna keep going, keep going. This is looking pretty elastic to me. That one. Maybe cut it this way. They said triangles, so yeah. Looks good. From here, what we're going to do is we are going to, once the broth is boiling, we're going to add all 4 of our patties to the broth, and we are going to cover it. And we're going to reduce the heat to a medium low, and we're going to boil it for 50 minutes. 50 minutes. What am I going to do for 50 minutes? I'm going to do some squats. Okay. Okay, so second thought, I thought you guys might enjoy watching me put them into the boiling water. Very convenient that I'm doing this at 6 o'clock, so that 6:50 they should be done. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. 4 minutes. You excited, babe?
It's a gift from my condo board. Oh, Ian, will you be a prince? Maybe. Help me with my sleep apnea machine.
Your sleep machine?
He's excited. Let's go prep for part 2.
Okay.
All right, here's the deal, guys. First one to fall asleep.
Your remote.
On the couch. All right, so it has been
Yes, you've actually been up.
pretty much 50 minutes.
Upgrade is a courtesy of this sporty hot water.
That is her.
Gosh. Here's our little chickens. Gross. Alright, so now we're going to take these out. Let them dry. Look at them. They look like little chickens. So we're gonna leave these here for, I guess, about 15 minutes. And we're gonna start the next process. Okay, so right now we are just going to season the flour. I've already started, but I pretty much used all the same seasonings that we used when we first initially started seasoning everything. You have not missed anything. Here we have some hot sauce, and then I used a little bit of the Chef Hal because that is what we do. I'm just gonna mix this up. And instead of it being an egg, like if you're not vegan and you like eggs, you would use an egg in this instead. So there's that. Our flour. Have some oil on the stove because we are going to now fry it so that we can start the process of beating Popeyes. I'm actually very, very nervous. So I have dredged and floured and double dipped to make sure that I get a nice crunch. And we'll see what happens. I don't think you guys understand how much this is looking like chicken. I cooked it on one side for about 7 minutes. Look at this. Babe, it's chicken. Come look.
I can see it.
Alright, I want a kiss. You gotta come closer. Oh my god. Oh my, what's happening?
What did you do?
Bring it around. And we're back. Okay. You can bring me some wine though. Okay. So at this point, I now have the other side cooking. It's going to cook for probably about another 5 minutes. And we are going to now toast our buns and get all of our toppings added up because it is almost time to eat. And kind of like what we did with our stuffed Beyond Burgers, we're going to have the handsome Travis eat it in front of all of us for the very first time. A little nervous about it because I've never made it before. And I don't really have a backup for dinner. So, hoping that this works out. Can you bring me some wine, please? Guys, here is a close-up of our chicken, for lack of a better word. Has a nice, with a nice crunch on it. So while I'm getting the burgers and stuff, like the toppings together, chop up my avocados and my tomatoes and my onions, I'm going to put these in the oven just so that they can continue to cook. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so it was like totally vegan until this point right here, because cheese is the reason why I cannot go vegan. Wow, I didn't mean to do that. It's popping.